Hello, this is Dimitri, CryptoParadise.consulting. Today is a very special day because I'm turning this video from the beach of Flic-en-Flac in Mauritius. For you, it's a special day because for you to know is that the beaches in Mauritius just opened today. So they were closed for about 3 months. So let's say that, Mauritius without beaches is like taking away a pretty clear percentage of what Mauritius is made of. So very nice weather. This is our Mauritian winter, and as you can see, it's quite hard winter. Anyway, I wanted to make a video today about a very interesting subject, which is the big debate in our community, which is about gold and Bitcoin. Which one is better? So I posted yesterday on my blog, CryptoParadise.consulting, a debate which was between Saifedean Ammous, who is author of the very famous book, The Bitcoin Standard, and who is an Austrian economics specialist who is a professor. He's from Lebanon. On the other side, we had Roy Seeback, who is a very interesting person also. He's the founder of Gold Money, and Gold Money is a website that allows you to hold gold in Switzerland vaults, I think in other places vaults also, very safely, and they exist since many years, more than 10 years, and they were very successful after the 2008 crisis, of course, until today actually. So what is there to say about that debate? The only thing I will regret is that they became quickly very emotional, both of them. So it was more, not really hearing what the other had to say. But still was very interesting. We had on one side Roy, who was explaining that gold has physical properties that Bitcoin doesn't have, and I think this is undeniable. And it was quite strange that Saifedean didn't really admit it. But the fact that those physical properties are undeniable should be agreed by everybody. So the only thing that maybe would come to debate is the fact that those physical properties would make gold superior to Bitcoin. And that's where I also would not agree. As in my opinion, Bitcoin has actually, yes, it's not physical, it's a service, and that's what Roy was advocating. And I will agree with him. It's a service. Bitcoin is virtual, has no physical intrinsic value, but it doesn't make it worse. In my opinion, I would even say the opposite. I would say that the fact of Bitcoin being so easy to handle with makes it actually very strong. And if you look at gold has the particularity, because of its physical properties, it obliges anybody who owns gold, almost anybody, to have it stored somewhere. And that means that you will trust a third party to keep the gold for you. So you don't have a direct access to it. And that's immediately you are in the same position as you are with banks. And Bitcoin, on the other hand, has exactly the opposite characteristic, because it allows you to own them directly. And when you transfer them, it's immediate. Because of the blockchain transaction, your counterparty gets them immediately as soon as the blockchain confirmation is there. So in my opinion, I would say it's even more, it's even a better way of investing. Now, another argument which would go maybe for or against the Bitcoin would be that if you look at the total market capitalization of Bitcoin today, we have about $200 billion, when for gold we are at about 8 trillion. So about 40 times more. So looking at that, you immediately understand that you have an upside for Bitcoin, which is about 40x just to just to be at the same size of the gold market. It could even go higher, actually, nobody knows. So the upside for Bitcoin is of course much higher, but on the other side, the risk is also much, much higher. On one side, you get a commodity which exists since thousands of years, gold, which has physical properties, intrinsic value. On the other side, you get a 100% service, virtual, that exists only since 10 years. So yes, the upside is much higher, but the risk is also much higher. So in conclusion, I would simply say one thing, is that just buy both. And you can invest in both of them. And depending on what your profile is, if you're somebody who is more into security, or if you like risk, well, then you just ponderate, a little more of Bitcoin or a little more of gold, depending on your risk appetite. So simple. So that's it for today. You can of course subscribe to this YouTube channel. You can like also, that would be nice, and also subscribe to my website, cryptoparadise.consulting. Bye bye.